Hi guys, so in today's video, I'm going to go through the knowledge organizer for the topic sequences. Now, you need to use this before every sequences lesson and during every sequences lesson because this will help you understand the lesson better. And you can use this when you're revising as well, because when you're revising and you look back at this knowledge organizer, all the information of the whole topic is on one A4 page, and by looking at it, you will remember the lesson and the topic for longer. Okay, so number one, a linear sequence. A linear sequence is a number pattern with a common difference. So as you can see here, between 2 and the 5, I add 3. 5 and 8, I add 3. 8 and 11, I add 3 again. So a linear sequence, if you're adding or subtracting between each term by the same amount, that is a linear sequence. Okay. Number two, a term. Now, each value in a sequence is called a term. So 5 is the second term, 8 is the third term, 11 is the fourth term, and so on. Number three, term to term rule. Now, you might be asked, what is the term to term rule of this sequence? Now, for this sequence, all you do, you add 3. So the term to term rule for this sequence is add 3. Number 4, nth term. You might be asked, calculate the nth term. So the nth term allows you to find any number in the sequence. So if you want to find the 50th term, you can substitute 50 into the nth term. So here we've got nth term of 3n minus 1. Now the 100th term, all I have to do is substitute 100 in for n. So 3 times 100 is 300. Take away 1 gives me 299. Okay, so it's also known as the position to term rule. Okay, n refers to the position of a term in the sequence. So n could be the fifth number. N could be, if you want to work at the 10th number, n is 10, 100, n is 100. Okay, so number 5, find the nth term of a linear sequence. First thing you do. So first thing you do, guys, you find the difference. Yeah, so as you can see, the difference here is plus 4, sorry, plus 4. So you write 4n. Then you find the 0 term. So the term that comes before 3 in the sequence. So 3 take away 4 gives me negative 1. So that's the second part of my nth term. Okay, there is another way to do it. I just leave you guys to read that. But if you learned, you must have been taught one of these ways. Both ways work perfectly fine. Okay, so Fibonacci type sequences. Now, this is a special type of sequence where the next term is found by adding up the two previous terms. So if you look here, 1 plus 1 gives you 2. 2 plus 3 gives you 5. 5 plus 8 gives you 13, and so on. So the next term will be 21 plus 34, which will be 55. Okay, so another Fibonacci type sequence is here, 4, 7. All you have to do is pick the first two terms. So here they've picked 7 and 4. So 7 add 4 is 11. 11 add 7, 18. 18 add 11, 29, and so on. Now, a geometric sequence is a sequence where each term, the next term, is found by multiplying or dividing by a number. And this number is called the common ratio. So in this one, as you can see, I'm timing by 5 each time. 10 times 5 is 50. 50 times 5, 250. So the common ratio is 5. Okay, so here, the common ratio, what am I timesing by? So here, as you can see, I'm dividing by negative 3. But if I want the common ratio, what can I multiply by that gives me the same answer as dividing by minus 3? That is minus a third. Because if I multiply by minus a third, that's the same as dividing by minus 3. Okay? Then the last type of sequence you need to know about is a quadratic sequence. Now this is where the second difference is constant. So as you can see here, the second difference is 2. So first thing you do, you work out the first difference, which is 2 to 6 plus 4, 6 to 12 plus 6, 12 to 20 plus 8, and so on. Then if you work out the second difference, basically the difference of this, that is always the same. Okay, so when the second difference is the same, that is called a quadratic sequence. Okay, guys, so make sure you use this before and during every sequence lesson while you're completing the questions, and then look at it regularly before any exam or when you're revising, and this will help you understand and remember the topic for longer.